What tree, what benefit is that? Either a tree will give you a good shade, or at least either it will give you fruits, or at least it will give you shades. Or at least it will give you shades. Right? But a tree doesn't have no shades, no fruits. What benefit is that? So he mentioned Allah. So he mentioned فَالْجَهْلِ نَوْعَانِ. Ignorance is of two types. He say فَالْجَهْلُ نَوْعَانِ. He say ignorance is of two types. عَدَمُ الْعِلْمِ بِالْحَقِّ النَّافِعِ. Not having the knowledge of the truth, meaning that which is beneficial. Right? Not having the knowledge of the truth that is beneficial. That's one. عدم العلم بالحق النافع. بالحق النافع. عدم العلم بالحق النافع. Not having the knowledge of the truth that is beneficial. Not having the knowledge of the truth that is نافع, beneficial. Beneficial. Right? Because a person, barakallahu fikum, can have knowledge of how did the Soviet Union used to run their country. Right? Is it beneficial? Huh? How the former U.S. Russians, how do the KGB operates? You have knowledge of that. Is that beneficial? Huh? Or you know all these historical facts. Huh? You know all these historical facts. I mean, you can quote in 1556, this is what happened. In 1825, the Romans, in all these historical facts and dates, you know it. Okay, for what purpose now? Now, what is the benefit of that? Is it something that is beneficial? But now, knowing, alhamdulillah, the knowledge of the truth, that is beneficial. Knowledge of the truth, that is beneficial. And he mentioned وَعَدَمُ الْعِلْمِ بِمُوجِبِهِ بِمُوجَبِهِ وَمُقْتَضَاهُ. The second one is to have knowledge of, meaning not having the knowledge of that which is the obligation and its requirement. Not knowing that which is the obligation and its requirement, that also, barakallahu fikum, is ignorant. Not knowing the knowledge of the obligation and its requirement, this is also being ignorant. For instance, the requirement, that which is an obligation. For instance, the wudu. Not knowing, barakallahu fikum, the muqtada, the requirements of wudu, a person is ignorant of what? Of that issue. طيب. So these are the two types, barakallahu fikum, as he mentioned. He say, فَعَمَلُ الْمَرْءُ, the action of the person, he say, it is indeed huwa تحقيق لعلمه. It is what actualizes his knowledge. The action of the person is what actualizes his knowledge. Meaning you cannot say that so-and-so is knowledgeable illa biwujudi ash, biwujudi al-amal. You cannot say so-and-so is knowledgeable except by way of what his knowledge verifies it. So knowledge is being verified by actions. Knowledge is being verified by action. Right? Knowledge is being verified by action. If knowledge was a claim, what verifies it is what? Action. If knowledge was a claim, that what verifies it is what? It is action. And barakallahu fikum, nobody claimed to be ignorant. Even a person that is ignorant, and he knows that he is ignorant, if you tell him you are ignorant, he will not like it. A person that is ignorant, and he knows he is ignorant, you tell him you are knowledgeable. If you tell him that, he will be happy. So the claim is what? The knowledge. That what barakallahu fikum verifies it is what? The action. He said, أما إذا كان تخلف العمل عن العلم فهذا هو جهل العمل. He say, if now the action is being dismissed from knowledge, now this is the ignorance as the implementation concerned. This is the ignorance as the action is concerned. Right? He mentioned kilahuma. So both of these ones. So the first ignorance was what? The ignorance, the lack of knowledge of the truth that is beneficial, and the knowledge of the requirement of that is what is an obligation, from the obligation. So the second ignorance is the ignorance in regard to the action. The second type of ignorance is the ignorance of the action. So the first ignorance is in regard to the knowledge. The second one is in regard to the action. So you will say that al-jahl naw'an, there is two types of ignorance. Number one, that is in link with the knowledge, knowing about the truth that is beneficial, right? Knowing about that which is the requirement from the obligations, right? What is being required and the obligation itself, knowing those things. This is barakallahu fikum, what is knowledge. So not knowing these things is ignorant. And likewise, min haythu al-amal, in regard to the action. If the person failed to bring forth the action, then he is ignorant in regard to the action, to the implementation. طيب. So here it is important that he mentioned that is very important, barakallahu fikum. Right? When he say that فَالْعَمَلُ أو فَعَمَلُ الْمَرْءُ أو فَعَمَلُ الْمَرْءِ, the action of the person, huwa, it is تَحْقِيقٌ لِعِلْمِهِ. Now that one, the brothers who underline that into barakallah bring that about. Right? That the action of the servant is what testify for his knowledge. Is what testify for his knowledge. The action of the servant, the action of the person is what testify his knowledge. He mentioned حفظه وأما إذا, now we say that أما إذا ما تخلف العمل عن العلم. Now he say, as in regard to what is, yani if it is dismissed, meaning the action is dismissed from the knowledge. Now this is what you call the jahl in regard to the action. طيب. And he say kilahuma, both of these, jahlun, it is ignorance, lughatan, in the language, wa urfan, and also in the customary, in the ways of the people. Both of them are called jahil. Right? Both of them are called ignorance. In barakallah, in the sense of the lugha, in the sense of the language, and likewise in the sense of the customary, the custom of the people. And likewise, وَشَرْعًا, also in regard to the Sharia, they are both called Jahil. The one that does not know the knowledge of the obligation, he is ignorant. But likewise, the one that does not do what he knows from the obligation, the requirements and the like, he is also seen as what? In the Sharia to be somebody that is ignorant. And also, وَحَقِيقَةً, in reality, also they are both viewed as ignorant. So he mentioned lughatan, they are both ignorant. Meaning the one that doesn't have knowledge and the one that does not implement the knowledge, they are both lughatan, in the language, they are ignorant. In the sense of the urf, meaning the customs of the people, right? They are seen as somebody that is ignorant. In the sense of the shar', meaning their legislation, and also haqiqatan, in reality, this is also ignorance. Wa alaikum assalam. We stop with this bi'idhnillahi ta'ala until next class, inshallah. Whereas we're going to be, Shaykh Hafidhahullah will be giving the adillah, and he will be bringing the statement of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala hikayan an Musa, and mentioning the statement of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam when he say, A'udhu billahi an akuna min al-jahilin. He's seeking protection in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be from the jahilin, meaning the ignorant ones. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. If there was any mistake that I have done, please rectify me with evidence. May Allah ta'ala rectify all your affairs. سبحانك اللهم ربنا وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Long day at school?